24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. This is MM Radio.
Are you ready for triple shots on the drums? The 24-hour music bar.
JJ Kane, the Queen of the Kings, streaming worldwide.
Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to another mad triple shots on the rock show. We are with the Crooked Smiles, and this is Tears in the Palace.
Lift off. We have a lift off.
We have lift off. Here we go. To start the show. Where are you? You're in the bath. No, you're meant to be in here, my darling. You're having a wash. You're meant to be in the box, for goodness sake. I've got a phone call coming through any moment. Oh my days. I am with the Crooked Smiles. He is in the bath. What am I going to do? That was Tears in the Palace. And any minute now the phone's... You're out the bath. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah, just get in the box. Just get in the box. The phone is going to ring at any moment. I beg your pardon? You go dry your hair? No, we don't have time for that, my darling. Oh, he's electrocuted himself now. I did tell him about that. Hang on a minute. Oh dear. If that phone rings, grab it, my love. Oh my God, answer the phone. I'll just revive him for a minute. Hang on, I'm doing revival.
The phone's ringing!
Yeah,
Pick the phone up!
I can hear it, love.
Pass the phone through. What are you doing on the floor?
He just killed himself, love.
What are you doing?
You grab it. You grab it. Be me. Be me.
Hello, this is JJ Kane. You are on Triple Shots on the Rocks. Who are you? Where are you? Where you going? What the fuck?
What?
Hi, we're the Crooked Smiles. I'm Deck, the lowly drummer.
Oh, hello, Deck.
I'm Michael. I am the guitarist and vocalist.
Hello, Michael.
Some might even say the talent.
Oh, I say.
I'm Carl and I'm the bass player and we're from Sheffield.
Wow, hello to you. 3 men on the show, and I've never been flirted with so very quickly. Or is that the other way around? Anyway, somebody has to be from Sheffield, and I am glad it is the Crooked Smiles. I'm very sorry about the first bit of the show here, but I've got one of these trainees, and he was in the bath doing his hair. He thought it was TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the show, my darlings.
Thanks.
I know it's been a bit mental, but this is, how we roll in here. Hence, we have Triple Shots on the Rocks. Darling, tell me, what first inspired you guys to become musicians?
For me personally, my inspiration started with my dad. He showed me a lot of music from the 80s and early 90s, sort of like metal and rock. So AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Metallica, and then I went on my own path and listened to sort of more pop punk stuff. But all of those bands had, great stage presence, had so much fun doing it, and especially as a emo teenager, seeing bands like Blink-182 being able to just dance about and have a good time with their friends, that's kind of what drew me to doing it for myself, really.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm the same. I'm with you, my darling. Yeah, anything that lets me hang out with my mates, dance, sing, smoke and get drunk, I'm in.
Yeah,
And what about you, my darling?
so mine was similar to Mike in the sense of my mum was into alternative and heavy music. But when I went to the University of Leeds, I found the local hardcore scene there at Boom, which is a venue in Leeds, which is all run by people in the community, and I found it through that way mostly.
So right, people in the community, okay. I've never heard that one before, but I'm going to keep that one for later, just in case I need it if I'm ever arrested. It's not my fault, it's people in the community. And how about you? Anything to do with your mum? I'll tell you what, we mums get blamed a lot for everything,
Yeah, I can pinpoint this to the very start, and it was 2009. Green Day came to Sheffield, and from then on, I just wanted to be like them, do what they did. That was my main inspiration to pick a pair of sticks up and try and form a band.
I know, it is amazing, isn't it? Where do you come from anyway? Who are you? Not the one in the box, are you? Looks slightly different, my darling. Must be this triple shot that I'm on. Anyone else for a drink? Yeah, come on, I need another one.
Cheers.
Well, the thing is, you're here, my darling. Do you fancy doing the intro to the next track? I mean, you might as well make use of yourself. The sort of spirit that's turned up from nowhere. Go on, knock yourself out.
And now for the second song. The song is called The Sound of Your Intonation.
Conversations, sipping in your clothes. Somewhere that's perfect, what you just don't know. I can feign indifference, pretend I don't wanna say, but there's all these things I should have said that won't see light of day. I
Well, my lovelies, you are with me, JJ Kane, him in the box and some stranger, and we are unwrapping the Crooked Smiles. It's their new album, and we are stripping it right now. So those of you of a tender disposition may want to change channels, and those of you that are pure rock and roll, hang around and let's have a listen to this. Right, tell me, boys, it's time for your next question. Who do you look up to as an artist? Who inspired you? Who were you madly in love with and wanted to be when you were a teenager? Or even now, maybe. I have imposter syndrome every now and then, yes. Go on.
So I say my music changed drastically. Well, it's changed a lot from when I first started listening to alternative and heavy music. So I listen to bands like Vane, a lot on the heavier side. Any hardcore in America is kind of what I listen to now, compared to like the Neck Deep and Sorrow So Far started with when I first started getting into this music.
Right, I know a band you would love. They are called MX The American. Check them out. Okay. Right, my lovely, it's your next. Come on. What's your excuse?
For me, one of my biggest inspirations is Matt Skiba from the Alkaline Trio. Obviously at the time, sort of early 90s and stuff, pop punk was coming to its peak and stuff, and you know, you've got a lot of those bands at the time having a lot of fun and writing songs that maybe get criticised now for being just about girls and partying and drinking and all that kind of stuff, whereas Alkaline Trio went down a sort of more darker path, a lot of emo lyrics and all that kind of stuff that kind of, I'd say, definitely influenced the emo scene of the early 2000s and onwards. And I think to go down that route is quite an inspiration to me. And you know, a lot of our music is stemmed in pop punk, but does have that darker twist. And I think that sort of stems from Alkaline Trio for me personally.
Well, yes. How very boring. The next song that we're going to listen to.
No, excuse me.
Is called Bedroom Eyes.
You'll have a bedroom eye in a minute. It will be a black eye. I don't know where this person's from, my darling. What, you're his carer? Okay, just stick around then.
You know I wanna be
Well, that was quite a song, wasn't it? I am loving this band. You must check them out. They are the Crooked Smiles. Right, we have another question coming up. Let me just check with... Oh, God. He's passed out in the box, and so I'll just go and check with the carer a minute and see what track's next.
Yeah.
Oh, I say, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, guys, over back to you. How would you best describe the music you make?
To be fair, that is... it's a bit of a tough one, actually, because even though we are inspired by all these sort of pop-punk hardcore bands, we don't sound exactly like them, do we? I've always found it hard to kind of put us into one genre.
Yeah.
You kind of know what I mean.
I think I've always had trouble kind of putting us in a box of what kind of music we play. Like, we're definitely not one of those bands that, like, oh, you can't categorise us. We're just whatever music comes. It's not that, but it's also we're not purists and like, oh, we are a pop punk band. We just, you know, we take a lot of influence from sort of Midwestern emo now, of like Hot Mulligan and stuff there. You know, they've got upbeat music, but sometimes very like serious and sometimes depressing lyrics, and that's kind of what happened with us. Like, when we were writing the album, a lot of our shared experiences at the time were quite sad and you know, tough times to get through, but you know, we still liked putting a lot of energy into our music, so I suppose it's energetic emo, you might even say.
I could go with that.
If that kicks off, we've gotten that.
Me too, I want a patent. There's nothing worse than being pigeonholed as an artist, is there?
There's no doubt about that.
So tell me, guys, what are your creative sessions like? Are they anything like being on this show? Because this is absolute chaos.
I'd say our creative sessions are basically us just messing about, really. We are, we don't take our practices too seriously. We do have a jam. It's like a bit of a social club of three.
Yeah.
And sometimes our respective partners come along and it's just pure chaos. They're a hindrance, if anything, on the car.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't help. Throwing sandwiches, knocking mic stands over, it's not helping productivity, but it's always positive, it's always fun.
Yeah.
We bounce a lot off of each other, especially with like older tracks too. We like to change it up and try and see how we could have done things better. So it's always a good time in regards to when we're playing music. Like I say, fun comes first with those guys, for sure.
I think creatively, you know, I labelled myself as the talent, but fundamentally that also, well, definitely comes from Deck. You know, you tell that man to play something and he'll just play it. So when we are writing, it's you tell Deck you've got a riff that you've been writing, and he'll just immediately have the exact beat that you had in your head. So I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Please all agree.
Yeah. Okay, boys.
Right,
the next question is the following question, and it's the question after the last question. Who would you choose to collaborate with if you could? Let me know, and let me know now. Like now as in now, as in before, after, and as in after, before, now.
Phew, go away, put that long.
A priority for me has got to be Matt Skiba, like we mentioned that Alkaline Trio earlier. I think we really could. I think he would really fit into what we're doing. I think he had a lot of influence into that. So yeah, I'm going to say Matt Skiba on this one.
Yeah, cool. Mine's probably Anthony from Fleshwater. They're more like a melodic hardcore band. I say shoegazy more than hardcore. And he's done it in both like the shoegazy and hardcore scene really well, and he does everything himself, everything from harsh vocals to clean, so probably Anthony from Fleshwater for me.
Well, now that was like giving birth, wasn't it? I think we're going to have to listen to your next song. The next song on this absolutely stunning album, and it's called As the Crow Flies.
Somebody make him fly away, please.
Walking down a dead-end road, swear I'll leave it by tomorrow. Leaves are falling, I'm kicking stones. Pavement cracking, I'm sure I'll follow. If the time I just fell right through, and take me with it into the unknown, and have a minute to think things through. Who am I?
Yes, my lovely, that was a fantastic song. Absolutely stonking. And this leads me to question number 6. What would you be doing if you weren't doing music? I'd be in prison.
I'll let Cal start with this one because he's got the most interesting and cool job out of all of us. So Cal, you can tell us.
So I'm a tattoo apprentice.
Oh, you'd be coming very handy in prison, my darling. I'm hanging on to you, Carl.
Out of Sheffield too. So when I'm not with these guys, I am slinging tattoos on people. To be fair, yeah. So yeah, you're
just
pretty
sling
cool
one
as well,
here,
to be fair, man.
Hey, it's alright, yeah. If I weren't doing music, yeah, I would still forever be traipsing up and down the country, commissioning automatic heating systems.
Oh God, the salesman.
Dream, basically. Rock and roll lifestyle.
It's a good deal.
And then I'm the biggest sellout of all of us. I work in marketing, which isn't the most gelling job with punk rock or anything close to that, but sometimes you've got to sell out to not sell out. We pay the bills, and we for a lot of our music we've paid for it ourselves. We've been up and down the country as far as Leeds and London, if you count that as up and down the country. But yeah, no, it's all so far up until we signed to Soda Records has been like a self-funded project. So you gotta pay for that some way or another, and I didn't have much of an alternative because I'm very my skills don't stretch that far.
I've sold insurance, don't worry, my darling.
Oh, my lovelies, I have the same problem. My tits don't stretch that far either. Now, for question number 7. Where have you performed lately? Oh.
Really?
Well, recently we've actually done 2 gigs at a venue called the Harley in Sheffield, which have been really good. We've also been at West Street Live in Sheffield, which is pretty classic Sheffield venue, I think, on a pretty classic street.
Notorious.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it.
I just fed that.
I mean, we also played. Obviously, we've just got Cal in the band now, and we did a bit of a homecoming gig in Bradford, where the main man himself is from. Yeah,
I mean that was a lot of fun. A pretty good turnout as well. To be fair, to say we did about 4 or 5 days just to get it all together and get everything recorded and get everything down there. So yeah, we had a blast. To be fair.
Oh, right, amazing.
Sorry.
And do you have any upcoming engagements, like
wedding
coming soon, or anything coming up?
Yeah, so we've got a few gigs planned. We're heading to Manchester, across the pond.
America?
And by pond I mean,
is that America?
The Peak District.
Probably the Woodhead
Pass, that's
the best way to get there.
I mean, I quite like the Snake Pass. That's a nice little road.
But dangerous.
It's dangerous.
And it's
always.
You're talking Soundhabs now.
But yeah, we're going to Manchester. We've got a couple of Sheffield shows. There's a big Sheffield festival called Tramlines. And while we are unfortunately not on the bill for that, we are playing the Fringe at Record Junkie,
we'll sharpen my
which
elbows.
is also a very nice venue too.
To get in there.
And yeah, we've got a few other things in the pipeline that we can't talk about yet, but if we are coming to a city near you, come and join us for a good laugh and a good dance and maybe even a cry.
Oh dear. I'll come for the good dance, all right? I'll see you there, Carl.
Now, I think we are going to listen to your next song, a fantastic song, which I really like a lot, and it's called Leeches.
Oh, I know one of them. I don't know who you are, but you're definitely one of them. Is he all right in there? Has he come round yet? No, it's still glowing, but he's coming round, all right.
I bled out for you as you smiled. I stuck around, and all the while you gave, you took, you walked away. Walked straight to him. Your face has withered from the lake. My insides, all you intake. You craved, you ate, I let you in, and now you move to him.
to Triple Shots on the Rocks with me, JJ Kane, a stranger in the box, nearly a dead person just outside the box, and on the phone, it's gone crazy, I have got the Crooked Smiles. Don't worry, normal service will be resumed. Apparently he's coming back round on the floor, and hopefully the carer will put the kettle on. Now, my lovelies, yes, I'm back with you. What is your favourite song to play live? I know we've all got our favourite song to play live. What's yours?
Cal, I'll let you have this one as the newest member of the band.
Mine's Leeches, every day of the week. It's always fun. We always have a mess about, like I say, with the crowd and stuff. And the last time we played at the Sheffield Child broke a light, and that was a lot of fun playing that, to be fair. What about you, Mike?
You know, I was going to say Leeches, but Cal has unfortunately stole my thunder. Leeches is fun. It's it's our most aggressive song, but I'll not talk too much about that because that's not the one I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick The Rain in the Factory. It's the first half of the song is quite tame, but it builds quite substantially, and when you get to the final chorus where it cuts out and all three of us are just screaming, I don't know if we can swear on this, but F off, go home, is it always does my voice in, but it's very cathartic. So I do like that one quite a bit. Deck, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Kick in the Sun, actually. Again, it's obviously, I think he's fast like Leech, but not as. It's not an aggressive song, but that doesn't mean it's not fun to play. Still fast, gets people bouncing. And it's a big drum song, so it's going to be one of my favourites.
Deck is a fiend for the spotlight. He'll do anything and everything to get the attention on him when it comes to gigs.
Yes.
Shirt off, Michael Myers mask on, hard hat on. I mean, he's definitely appealing to
the Highbies.
The Highbies. He's got his market, and it seems to be working for him.
If anyone's got any suggestions for stupid outfits you'd like to see me in, let me know, and we'll see what we can do.
Oh yes, I shall have to keep that in mind, definitely. And we are coming to a very intense part of the show, my darlings. I hope you're still there and you're still with me. It's been absolute chaos in here. Where are we? Yes. What message do you have to send to your fans, and new fans, potential fans, old fans, and even fans that are no longer fans? Is there such a thing? There is, because I'm no longer a fan of his in the box.
I think mine mainly is, support local music, support grassroots music, support local venues, like, especially if that's us, come down and see us. But, there's a lot of good bands, and, especially in the UK, live music, if it's not, the big names, it is difficult to get people down to, especially with, like, technology and state of the economy and stuff. But if you can, there's a lot of free shows, there's a lot of very small feed shows, and just go out and support artists, not even just for them, but for yourself, a lot of good music and a lot of honest music comes from this level.
Absolutely.
Get yourself out there.
Oh yeah.
Mine's very similar, but go for the opening acts. I can't stress that enough. A lot of people go see the big fish, but it's the little guys that need the help too.
Yeah. Let's stop it with all these big fish.
Yeah, you'll be a little fish in a minute.
Let's go for the little spreadsies. The little spreads.
Oh dear.
Okay, now for the next song and your last song, the last song of the evening before we listen to the one for the road that you chose. But before that, we are going to listen to your last song, and the last song of the evening from you before we listen to the one for the road song.
He's rambling again.
That's not from you; it's from another chosen
Get on with it, man.
artist. But we're going to listen to your song first, but it's the last song of the evening, and it's called Kick in the Walls. No, Kick in the Sun.
Everything you know is wrong, because Colon are here. Give it up for Colon with Kick in the Sun.
Thank God for that. what a corker that one was, my lovelies. And it seemed like Dame Edna has left the building as well. Thank goodness for that. I don't know where she came from. He, she, what? I don't know. But we are now, my darlings, that was the last track from you. So now we are doing your one for the road. And it is by Hot Mulligan. And it's called Digging In. And thank you so much for being on the show with me. It's been an absolute belter. It's been a riot. I have no idea who's been in the office, who's been in the studio, who hasn't been in the studio, and who's been in the office. But we've all made it through in one piece. I'll call us an Uber and let's play us out. Here we go. This is your one for the road, Digging In. Oh, God, pass me a shovel.
Say goodbye. If you like what you've heard tonight, then please do give us a listen and a follow on social medias. We're also on all your streaming sites. We've got a lot of cool merch, so if you can get to a show, we've got cassettes, CDs, t-shirts, you can always pick them up. I think that's all from us, but a final message we'd say is if you like what you heard tonight, then please do give us a follow on socials. Give us a listen on the streaming sites and just reach out to us. We love to talk to people and engage with people that like our music. So yeah, please do get in touch and stuff. But yeah, that's goodbye from me.
Yeah, goodbye from me too.
It's a goodbye from the rest of them.
Cheers. Thanks for having us. Cheers.
Okay, and it's goodbye from me.
Oh, thank you for being on the show, my lovelies.
And it's goodbye from him in the box.
It's goodbye from all of us.
And it's goodbye from them.
Oh.
And it's goodbye to all.
I just told them that.
And it's goodbye from him in the box.
Right, you.
And it's goodbye from them.
Edna. Out the studio now.
And it's goodbye.
You've done enough damage.
And it's goodbye from him in the box.
Edna.
And it's goodbye to all.
Out.
And it's goodbye
Is he all right in there? He's come round now. Oh, he would come round right at the end, wouldn't he?
It's goodbye from him in the box.
You missed a fantastic show. Bit short on the drinks, and that may be the reason why you passed out in the first place. We're not going to go there. At least we got rid of Dame Edna and it's you and me again. Oh, what a show that was, eh, love? Come on. That's it. Put yourself together. We're off home.
JJ, the smoke coming out of my ears! When does the show start,
triple shots on the rocks.
I think that were alright, that.
Turn on the good taste. Turn on MM Radio.